It is time for another adventure, and this one is with both of the snoots. Huzzah! Really had to start by acting like they had something better to do than hang out with me. Like they really just looked at me and said like, go off girl, have fun in the park, get those steps in, hot girl walk. Like, no, I came here for you guys. Like, this is for us. It's supposed to be, you know, like a bonding experience. Oh, in true Cleo and Abby fashion, we get like 3 feet into the park and they need to stop and have a little snack. Cleo met a nice fluffy friend who they greeted and then just walked right past. Actually kind of rude. And then because that felt really silly for them, they just started running as fast and as far away from me as possible. But it's okay because I know at the end of this trail is like a little beach and they'll be there. Right? Oh, thank God. Here's Abby panicking because she lost Cleo, which is relatable because been there, done that. And then I just had to keep reminding Abby that, like, I was there too. She was just off being a little explorer girl. And I said, hey, can I entice you with a treat? Please don't leave me. 'Cause if you leave me, your father will leave me. And that would make me cry a lot. I'm just a girl. Thankfully, Abby will do anything for a Klondike bar, like accept me as her mother. And then we're off again. A little furry, long unit trotting through the woods. Cleo always has her stank radar on. I'll clock that really quick U-turn. Can't wait to smell that on the car ride home. Obviously, I had to wear my Cleo and Abby merch in case I got lost and they needed to know who to return me to. And then I think Cleo found a snake in a bush. It honestly spooked me. But I did not see anything and I wanted to move along as quickly as possible. Because absolutely not. And we lost Abby again to a wad of grass. When I say that girl's a cow print horse, I mean it. She do be grazing out here. And then Abby tries to pretend to be brave and look where that snake was and she was like, nope, not doing it. Because we all know Abby would just fall over like one of those fainting goats if a snake jumped at her. But honestly, same. I would also do that. And then they made contact with mud. And I don't know if you know this, but if you mix mud and a bunch of crazy noodles, you get whatever this is. Here, Abby said, get out my way, and then immediately faced karma for that. Because how dare you just body slam your little sister into the mud? It's kind of messed up, honestly. But Cleo said, I'm faster than you, so you can suck it. And then Abby swam in the unmentionable water that is honestly frightening. Love that for her. And she shared with me. She said, here's some really nasty water for you. Look at my rat tail and my rat legs. Like, I just can't imagine seeing Abby in the wild wet. It would probably stop my heart, honestly. And then they both go for a nice little dip. Like I said before, Abby absolutely can't handle waves. They are too spooky. Do not compute. But water like this, oh my God, she's all for it. Making my way down this path. Snoots pass. And I'm tick bound. And there's Cleo doing a U-turn for stinky stuff again. Classic. I like to take the dogs here pretty often. I feel like this is the closest thing to them being in the wild that we have here. There's something about the tall grass that really makes Abby feel alive. She really goes crazy for it. But this time she didn't because I think she was just nervous about getting lost. I hate to say it, but Abby would not survive in the wild. Like, I think if she was alone in the wild for 5 minutes, that would be it for her. She would be done. But Cleo, I have higher hopes for. I really, truly think Cleo's got a good little head on her shoulders and she could survive. But nobody give her any ideas. I need her to think that she needs me so that she never leaves. I'm nothing without her. But also don't tell her that because that's super embarrassing. And then after all that grass, we get up here to more grass. It's a really diverse landscape. And of course, they need to have another snack because who else is trimming these hedges? I don't see anybody doing it. I just waited through grass for 15 minutes. Thank God Cleo and Abby are here to help with maintenance. Now we're getting to one of the fun parts. This part of the trail leads to some little hills, which are excellent for pretending to be a dirt bike. The last time we were here, Abby was running so fast and she would not stop running down these paths, and it was really funny to watch. But afterwards, she couldn't walk for like 3 days, so I think she learned her lesson. Following these fluffy butts up a hill is literally all I want to do in life. Like, is that a career path that I can pursue? Is there a college degree for that? Because sign me up. I'll go into debt all over again if I can just follow these dogs everywhere. Like 2 trips ago when I was here, I met this really nice girl who had 2 dogs, and she told me she loved this dog park because her dogs are they play pretty rough. And since this is like no man's land, she was like, this is perfect for them. And I was like, oh, cool. I didn't know that this was like a fight club. I came here because I have social anxiety and I don't want to talk to anybody. I come here because I can hide in the woods and nobody can find me. But good to know that there's a chance that it can just evolve into a fight club also. Like, that's kind of fun. But I will say her dogs were really nice. Cleo loved them a lot, actually. But in that same vein, I feel very lucky that we have so many like trail dog parks. But do be warned, because all the good ones are only partially fenced in. So if your dogs do be trying to run away, they will do it, and you will be alone in the woods, and that would be really concerning. So do your research, I guess. I just find encounters with other dogs are always more enjoyable when both parties just like keep moving and you're not just like all standing in a field together staring at each other. Like, when that's all you're doing, what else is there to do but, you know, like fight? And although Cleo always is trying to tell people to catch these paws, they're lovers, not fighters. At this point, Cleo did double back to roll in something. We may never know what that something was. She seemed happy about it, so mission accomplished successfully, I guess. And then after we do the hills, I like to do a little lap back to the water because I think they enjoy it a lot more the second time. So here we are, just trotting our way down the same path just so that we can get back to the good stuff. So we do a little sniff here, and a little sniff there, and then back into the water we go. Again, on a past trip, Abby crossed this little river and was on that little peninsula, and she got the zoomies and didn't realize it ended suddenly, so she almost just like yeeted herself off of that green area, which was equal parts hilarious and horrifying to watch from a distance. But thankfully she came right back. At this point, Cleo was like signaling to me that there was something going on that I couldn't see, and it turns out there's just a man in Crocs walking down the river with his dog, which is nice, I think, for the dog, but Crocs in the water is a bold move. I respect him. Abby had a little lay down in the water because when Abby does something, she puts it all on the line. And now that I say that, I don't think I've ever seen Cleo lay down in water before. Maybe it just reminds her too much of being in boiling water and becoming a spaghetti noodle in a bowl of pasta. And then we headed back to the car. Cleo and Abby kissed. So embarrassing. Now I have it documented forever. And then we did a little hose down. I don't know if you know this or not, but Abby is polka dotted. And then Abby stood there and laughed while Cleo had her turn. Cleo is not polka dotted because she is not special. Only really special, strange dogs get to have polka dots. And then we still have some friends visiting with us. So to dry off, they all just did whatever this is in the backyard for a bit. And now a word from our sponsor.